What is up, everybody? It is Natty B. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, what's up? I haven't done this in forever. We are doing a Q&A, a drive with me Q&A. I'm so excited. I had you guys ask me questions on Instagram. What's up, dude? And I am going to now answer them, which I'm so excited about. But before I get started, I wanted to show you my new pieces from Ana Luisa. Here is the cutest little ring. It's gold. It has 2 diamonds and it just fits perfectly. I got a size 7. I also got both of these earrings. I got this little draper. It is so cute how it goes through and it's like open. And then these little baby mini hoops, they're all gold with diamonds. And I'm ecstatic. And I'm extra excited because I am going to be giving my mom some pieces from Ana Luisa, which I'm so excited about. And they are also doing a discount for you guys. You can use my discount code. It is NATTYBMD for Mother's Day, obviously. And it's just so nice that this is such a cute little gift for Mother's Day. My mom is so incredibly special to me, and I wish that I could treat her like a queen every day of the year, and I cannot, because I don't live near her, and I wish I could, but I will be giving her these pieces. So every time she wears them, she can think of me, which is so cute and special. It is also so nice that Ana Luisa has pieces of different price points. It all starts from $39 and it can go up higher depending on the quality that you guys want. If you want super high quality, it will obviously get a little bit more expensive. But the fact that pieces on Ana Luisa are $39 is insane. Yes, please. Perfect for if you're balling on a budget for your mom too. Plus my 15% discount. Incredible. You're set. You're all good to go. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. You mean the world to me. I love you. Also, I'm so excited to keep these pieces for myself. They're so cute. And I'm going to wear them every day because gold is my favorite and I love wearing gold jewelry. There you have it. Thank you, Ana Luisa. I love you. So let's get started. I don't know how well my makeshift tripods If you guys could see how this is set up, you would be like, what's wrong with you? I desperately need to buy a car tripod, like so bad, but we're gonna do with what we can. Let's go over some of the questions that you asked me. Let me pull them up. Ugh, my camera's gonna die. I'm also super excited to film like a drive with me. I've never done it, pretty much because of this tripod situation. But I'm excited to just talk to you guys and drive. Obviously, I'm gonna keep my eyes on the road and only look at the questions when I'm done and at a stop. The first question is, what do you have for advice to someone who wants to move to LA? What are your favorite and least favorite things about it? So, I guess my biggest advice is when I first moved here, I was so nervous. I was so scared because I was under the impression that LA is just this scary place. I'm back. I haven't charged my batteries in forever, so that's what took me forever. And I changed because I went to a manufacturer today and got a sample. And this may or may not be the sample that I showed Keaton. So that's kind of really exciting. But let's get back into the video. I was talking about moving to LA, tips about moving to LA, my favorite parts about LA, my least favorite things about LA. So let's just get right back into it. I think I was saying that tips for moving to LA. I was lucky enough where my roommate went to USC, so she knows a lot of people here. She knows the area. She kind of knows great restaurants. She knows what to do here, which was ideal in moving here because I would have been lost if I didn't have that. I was so nervous coming to LA because I was like, it's where all these cool people live, and everyone's super judgy and like flaunts everything that they own and blah, blah, blah. And I was so nervous. I literally couldn't walk to a coffee shop alone because I was like, the baristas are gonna judge what I'm wearing if I'm not wearing like designer. And it took me a while to get over that and realize that like, it really doesn't matter. Like, no one really cares about you. No one really cares about you, and no one's really looking at you like, oh, this girl's a loser because she's not wearing a Gucci tracksuit. Like, I sound stupid saying it out loud, but that was my biggest fear. I was like so nervous to do anything, and I finally got over that. It was like, literally no one's looking at you. No one cares about you now. My biggest thing is to remember that people only really care about themselves. No one's gonna judge you about what you wear, what you don't wear. Just live your life and be you. As stupid as that sounds, I feel like that's everyone's advice, but I'm serious. Just be you, and because that's the only thing that's gonna make you happy is like expressing yourself and who you are. So stay true to that. And then my favorite things about LA are that A, I'm close to the beach. It's the best thing in the entire world. I am also near so many amazing restaurants. LA is the epicenter of just the most amazing food. And I am lucky that Brooke and Alethea are such foodies because we eat insane meals every weekend and try to try a new spot every weekend as well. And it's so amazing. It's so delicious. You really can't run out of new food options. So that's probably my favorite thing. My least favorite thing at the moment is that I'm obviously from Arizona and everything's open in Arizona. And I feel like nothing's open here. So it's just really annoying and really difficult to deal with that when I see everyone at home. Which that answer may not make people happy, but that's the truth, so I'm sorry. Okay, my next question, and this is just really relevant to my life right now. Who and what is your favorite Avengers? So like, who's my favorite Avenger? And what's my favorite Avengers movie is what I'm taking from that. I love Chris Evans now. I never got the hype, and now I'm in love with Chris Evans. I've literally DM'd him and asked him to dinner, and then I also DM'd him another thing, and I said, I heard a rumor that you want to take me on a date. He hasn't answered either of them, but I think he will. So he's gonna see it. I'm manifesting it. I'm gonna go on a date with Chris Evans, and it's gonna be awesome. Iron Man 3 blew my mind. Iron Man 3 was just the craziest movie I've ever seen. It was wild. It was so intense. I was on the edge of my seat. I couldn't even wrap my head around the fact that it was fake. It was beyond me. And I just relate to Tony Stark in another way. I don't really know why, but his sarcasm and humor and how hot he is, and he is just insane. I love Tony Stark, and I wish that I could also date him. I want to date Chris Evans. I want to marry Tony Stark. So in real life, I want to date Chris Evans, but if Tony Stark was a real person, I'd want to marry Tony Stark. So there's my debacle. Okay, this is a really random one. Do I find it weird when people make private or secret accounts to only follow celebrities and influencers? I have a few friends who do that. I personally don't, because I don't want to really switch back and forth when I'm going through my Instagram. It's just easier to all look at it on one. But I get why people do it, but I personally want it. So no, I don't think it's weird. I think it's a lot of work, and it's a lot of work that I don't want to put in. That's work that I'm not going to put in to go follow an influencer, follow a celebrity. I don't even really follow that many, to be honest. I mostly follow my friends. I follow a few influencers and I follow a few celebrities, but for the most part, I don't really care, to be honest. Like, I follow Bruno, obviously, and now I follow Chris Evans. Okay, the next question is, what do you want to do next after LA? I love LA. I really do. I think it's been really difficult because I moved here like 6 months before COVID hit. It was so fun, so entertaining. I never got bored. And then COVID hit and I was like, this just sucks. Like, it was the universe being like, LMAO, you thought. So that was annoying, and obviously LA is not cheap, and I kind of came here to experience a lot of new things, like meet new people, different clubs and different restaurants, and just like do wild things that one wants to do in their 20s, and I couldn't. So that really put a damper on everything. Like I said, I do love LA and I want to live here for like another year. After that, I need to live in Newport Beach. Newport Beach is my happy place. I love it so much there. I will find a husband in Newport Beach, and I will have my most amazing life there. And I cannot wait to live in Newport. So that's what I think is gonna happen next year. Next question. How did you go about conquering your fear of highways? I deal with something similar and cannot get my anxiety under control enough to get over the hump. This was the hardest thing to do, legit. It was so frustrating. I dealt with not being able to drive on freeways for 6 years. 6 years. And I attribute it to my birth control. I went on birth control for my periods in high school, my senior year, and it ruined my hormones. It just took them to another level. It was so bad, made me so anxious. I thought I was living in a dream. Every time I got on a highway while I was like going through this, I'd have a panic attack. So I attributed highways to panic attacks, and I was always nervous that the second I get back on a highway, I'd have a panic attack. When I moved to California, everyone was like, how are you gonna live in California, like, if you can't drive on freeways? And I set my Google Maps to avoid freeways. So I drive like that everywhere, and it was obviously annoying. If we had to go somewhere that required getting on a freeway, Brooke would drive. And then when I realized that I do want to move to Newport, I was like, I cannot just go down to Newport if I want now. I can't drive back if I want, like, suck it up. I finally was like, Nat, you have to do this. You have to get over the hump, figure it out. I did it once with my dad and my brother, and they made me cry. They didn't make me cry, but they kind of made me cry. And I was like, I'm never doing this again. Finally, I was like, Brooke, will you please go on with the freeway with me, just like on and off really quick, just so I can get used to it. Because I know once I get on, I'm gonna be fine. Because I've been talking myself up for a while, being like, you can do it. It's so easy, Nat. Like, you want to be driving on this. Whenever Brooke would be driving on a freeway, I'd look around and I'd be like, I want to drive on this. Like, I want to do it. I was like, just get me on, Brooke. That's all I need to do. Just get me on. So I got on, and it made me feel comfortable, and I was like, I can do this. Now I just need to do it alone. So then Keaton flew out for a shoot. Same thing. I said, hey, you just have to get on the freeway with me. That's it. I just need to get used to it, and then I think I'm gonna be good to go. So I guess getting over the hump is like, be with someone you're comfortable with, and like do it a few times until you get in the habit and you feel comfortable enough to where you can do it alone. Do you and Brooke ever fight? Any advice for someone who's constantly butting heads with their roommate? Honestly, dude, Brooke and I like never fight. I feel like we are both very chill people to like, not that nothing matters, but in a sense, nothing really matters. If I don't put away my bowl within like an hour, Brooke doesn't have like, oh my gosh, I need that away now. Like, it's like, okay, that's fine. Like, she's gonna clean it up later and it's gonna be cool. Like, we really don't fight, and Brooke and I also do everything together. Like, our presence is just always there. Like, I think that we both expect the other to be there, and it's like, I don't know how to explain it, but no, we don't fight. I think the biggest advice I'd have to help prevent fighting in a roommate situation is being really open with your communication. I have not been good at that in the past, and I feel like I've been trying to work on it, on communicating my feelings and like what needs to be changed if anything does. And I've noticed such a big change where I'm happier when I get things off my chest and am able to talk about it with the person I need to talk about it with. Making sure that you are open with your roommate is probably the biggest thing. And like, communication's key, and making sure both of your needs are heard is probably what I'd say is the biggest thing. Next question. I think I'm gonna do like 2 more. I'm a college athlete and I'm about to graduate. Any advice for how to handle that transition? That transition, I look back now and realized that it was so hard for me. At the moment, when I was going through it, I didn't really think about it. Looking back, when I left college and moved to LA, I was not mentally in a good place. And I realized that, and I kind of attribute it to moving to a new place. I used to have such a vigorous schedule for working out, and like my priorities always had to be straight for the most part. Being an athlete in college is a different world. And if you're not an athlete in college, you don't really understand it, to be honest. And I was all in. And once I graduated, I was so sad. My team was my family. I had a support system. I had a schedule. I was treated like royalty on campus, like with my tutors and my academic advisors and my health. I was able to go see my athletic doctor every day if I needed to. I was treated like royalty. Now what do I do for workouts? I'm no longer training for my sport. So what am I going to be doing where my body is going to react well? Like, I didn't know what to do, and I didn't know what job I wanted. And everyone, because I finally started vlogging once I finished college, everyone was like, what's your real job? Like, what are you going to do? Like, how are you making money? How are you living in LA? And I'm like, it's not people's business. But then I'm like, but now I'm putting my business on the internet, and it was just a whole thing. And I was really lost, and I honestly am so thankful for quarantine, in a sense where I was able to go live at home and reevaluate my life and see what I want to do and just take a break. And I needed to find myself after that transition. Oh my gosh, I just realized I went on a full tangent that's not even about the question. I went on a story time. Long story short, I don't even know where I'm at. I just took a million different right, left turns, and I don't know how to get back to the starting point. Oh, geez. Okay, I'm gonna nix everything I said and just go to, it's a hard transition. It's a really hard transition. I think it's really difficult to figure out what you want to do and get off of that routine and just try to find yourself, because you do have that identity as an athlete, and you have had that identity for so long, and it's just really difficult to like try to find a new identity. Like, even still, I'm like, I used to be the cool athlete and now I'm not, and it's hard for me to realize that like I'm 2 years out of college now. I was an athlete a while ago, so like I can't keep, like, that's not my persona anymore. I'm no longer a student athlete, and I need to figure that out and get it through my skull. And I'm still looking for my identity. I don't really know who I am, but I'm trying to figure it out, and I learn more about myself every day, which is all that I can ask for, I guess. Sorry that question went crazy. Can you tell I've been wanting to talk about that? Jeez Louise, Nat, you crazy. Last question, which I have been saving this one because I think it's really funny. How come you never talk about your love life on YouTube? I think it's funny because I personally, that's the last thing on my radar. My phone, I've said this a million times, is as dry as the Sahara Desert. It is so dry. I don't talk to boys. Even if a boy tries to talk to me, let's say a boy DMs me, I'm not answering. I have crushes, I'll say that. I have a few crushes right now. I don't really think about them, but if I see them pop up on my social media, I'm like, oh yeah, I do have a crush on you. I would never go out of my way to like DM them unless I'm wasted. I'll send a drunk DM that's like sends a fire flame emoji, and then they send a smiley face back, and then I get embarrassed. Where am I need to reevaluate. I just spit out words. What I'm saying is I don't talk about my love life on YouTube because I don't have a love life. If I also were to find a male interest of sorts, I think I'd be nervous to talk about it on the internet. I don't know. I think I kind of get embarrassed about relationships. Is that weird? I don't try to entertain boys. I don't really care to. It's not my MO. I know I'm going to find someone. That's not what I'm worried about. I'm very confident. I'm probably way too confident, and it's all my affirmations going to my head. I think my standards are way too high for the moment. And I also, like, I don't really I don't know. I feel like also people have this connotation where if you're single, like, you're gonna hook up with a lot of people. That's also not my thing. Like, if we go out to a bar, I'm usually not talking to any guys. At least not romantically. I'm going and having fun and getting wasted. And I know my whole family watches all my vlogs. So even if I were to have some crazy story, I'm not going straight to the internet and saying it. And now I just did a loop around the city of Los Angeles, and I'm gonna drive home. I hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A. I want to do more Q&As and just like sit and talk to you guys. It was really fun to just talk. You guys are like my therapy, you know? I love going to therapy with you guys. Before I go, I just want to remind you guys to go get your Mother's Day gifts from Ana Luisa. I love these pieces so much. It's the perfect Mother's Day gift. Like I said, they have pieces that start out from $39. And if you want to get even nicer, they extend higher pricing as the quality gets higher. Use my code NATTYBMD on Ana Luisa for 15% off. I think you're gonna love all the pieces. I love all my pieces. I'm so excited that I can now wear these every day. And I know that you and your moms are gonna love them. And happy Mother's Day to all you gorgeous moms out there. I love you all. Thank you for watching. Comment down below if you enjoyed this video. If you think I need to shut up because I did just spill everything out of my guts. And that's all. I'll talk to you soon, and I love you, and I miss you already.